Alright, so a bunch of us are leaving the hostel, and we've rented this van. We're waiting for our last member. Here's all the bear cans that no one will need anymore, so we need to mail them forward or home. And yeah, we're gonna try to fit 11 people in here. You can see the backpacks all loaded up. And it's gonna be a 7-hour trip. So hopefully we'll have some good radio station, or we can hook up to iPods or something. What is that noise? Been kinda hiking today with these 3 people here. Watson Holmes, Ninja Fabric, and Skipper. That's a pretty like fancy entrance to a cave. Oh, this is gonna be like a walk in the park. It's not like a real cave. Alright, all these people were on the van. We've made it to... Look at all these kids. We have some wounded.
I'm not sure if alcohol makes it better.
Well, it dehydrates you.
And numbs the pain,
The
that's all you
swelling
need.
might go down. No, I'm just kidding. I know, I've been there and done that enough in my life. I know all about it. A lot, way too much about it. I was a whiskey drinker. Just straight whiskey.
You got a nice late afternoon ridge walk here. You can probably see some of the snow on the mountains in between Sierra City and Lake Tahoe. Road walk. And got gators. Right up here at this line, right here. We're now stepping back into the Sierra section. All right. Great. And I'm hiking with these 2 people. Australian hiker named River, and Four Eyes, the physicist, 2 of the hikers on the original shuttle bus. Always exciting when you get to the top of the mountain, because you can check your email. Some like quite large old trees as I approach Etna. And I think this is maybe getting close to the part of the trail that Byron was talking about. The Rogue Valley, I don't know when that comes up, but apparently some part with lots of old trees. So super nice in here. This is a super weird night, so I thought I'd take a video. I'm camped out on the trail here and set up my tarp, as you can see, to try to block the wind. I'm hoping that this little ridge and this rock will block the wind if it rains. And this grove of trees here should block the wind coming up this way. And I was worried because there's a lot of storm clouds and I'm up really high. But they're clearing up a little bit. And as you can see, the sun is setting. Over here to our left, and over here to our right is where the sun will rise tomorrow morning. And I don't know if you guys can see it, but right in the center of the screen, let's see if I can get it, is Mount Shasta right back there. So we should have a nice sunrise with Mount Shasta over there. That better? Much better. Alright, help me figure this out. We've got healthy forest here, lots of pine trees, and then we walk into this section, and it looks like, it doesn't look like blight, it looks like just burned. So, healthy everywhere, and then just kind of like a line, burned, all burned, totally burned, but for only about, I don't know, 20 yards, and then healthy forest again. Healthy forest, up, healthy forest down. So, what's the deal with this weird strip of burned trees? How does that happen? Help me understand. Oh no. Look what we have found right before we get to Etna. No! What is it? What are we gonna do? No! Ah! It's kind of like bonsai, isn't it? If they're restricted, if their roots are restricted because of the high altitude. This is kind of an interesting section because it's like half burned. All the leaves, you know, like some of them burned, if you take a look around, but not all of them have burned. So maybe a fire got like close to here. Dead trees, nothing but dead trees, dead trees, dead trees, dead trees, nothing but dead trees, dead trees, dead trees, nothing but dead trees. So out there we have Shasta and a lot of clouds gathering. Heard some thunder earlier and have been warned about lightning strikes by the ranger who took me out here. But over on this side, no clouds. It's a bluebird day over here. So I'm like standing on the median, sorta, between these two situations, and really hope we're gonna go that way. Looks like I got my bluebird day after all. It's still a little bit windy, but not so worried. I can just find a place to set up my tarp. And past the night, we hit the reset button and see what things look like tomorrow. Got to stay in this nice little valley last night next to the ranger station, and we had lots of visitors, like this guy here. There's a couple of them back there. There was like 6 of them. I just passed a goat herder who had, I don't know, 5 or 6 goats and 2 or 3 dogs. And one of the dogs was kind of like chasing me around, so I had to move along. But I was wondering what they were doing up here, and look at this gorgeous, like, green pasture valley. I don't know if they're hiking the trail or if they just hang out in here. Probably just hang out in here. So beautiful. So this was super weird. I don't know if you guys can see it, but right in the center there's like a track of clouds that's just going straight up. Somebody just set off a rocket, and I can still hear the sound of it a little bit, and that's the cloud path that it made. So somebody's setting off rockets in Northern California. Morning, dogs. Ugh. They probably know way out. I really hope this gate is put together well. Oh good, they don't know a way out. The last dog knew a way out. Hey dog, it's okay. Hi. That's like a hound dog or something. That's a... Oh, another pleasant road walk. Shasta just keeps warming up. The snow just keeps disappearing. We've been looking at Shasta for like 3 weeks. I think I've been looking at Shasta for a total of 3 weeks. Just like walking in a circle around it. It's pretty bizarre. It's always there. We're walking in circles. We're going nowhere. Alright, here's a marker. Remember that marker. If we see it again, we know we're going in circles. So, this is the first day out of Ashland. Gorgeous, gorgeous hiking. Nice temperature, and then dirt, real dirt. We've moved on from California and all the rocks and the sand. And we actually have real dirt. It makes a big difference. New shoes make a big difference too. This is an interesting burn spot because we're so close to Crater Lake. And we've got burned forest mixed with pumice and a lot of charcoaly things to step over. It's not obvious if you touch any of these trees with your legs or shoes or feet or hands. You just get covered in black soot, carbon. So you gotta be really careful. It's just seriously super bizarre. How many of these trees are dead? It's kind of like walking through elephant bones, elephant graveyard. I just wanted to capture this. So this is the trail here, and these are all the trees that have burned and sort of melted across the trail. So we gotta walk up and down and up and down and sort of just keep track of where the trail is. Yuck. This is the morning, and we're here at Crater Lake, and had the opportunity to hike this rim trail last night starting around 7:30, so I could have done this sort of after the sun went down and night hiked it, which would have been cool, but it was freaking cold. I think probably that mass of water down there is holding in a lot of cold air, cold temperature. It's a volcano. So this is Wizard's Island, I believe is the name of this island. And it's actually the tip of a volcano that's like, you know, several thousand feet high. Just most of it's underwater. Alright. Alright. Show some enthusiasm for the snow patch up here. We came to Oregon late to avoid the snow, but up here on the top of Crater Lake, it looks like we finally found some. Wanted to get this on video because it's also pretty odd. This is the what people are calling the Pumice Desert north of Crater Lake, and it's just, it looks like a burn happened here a while ago, and there's a fair number of years of new growth. But it's really weird because it's like just these trees and like no smaller bushes, so you can see really far into the woods. I don't know if I would call it woods, because of course it's woods. This is pretty cool. So, there's beautiful lakes and mountains and stuff, but over there you can see 3 peaks on, one right in the middle and then off to the right. Those are high points around Crater Lake. So inside those 3 peaks, that's where the Crater Lake was. That's where I was this morning, walking around the rim. Alright, I finally figured out what this mountain I went up is called. It's called Mount Thielsen. And there's a trail that runs up that knife edge, I guess, and you can go pretty much all the way to the peak, which is awesome. I am not gonna do that, but somebody is gonna have a nice adventure up there, and that looks like some pretty good sledding. So we're north of Crater Lake by, I think this is day 2 north of Crater Lake, and we're coming upon all of these sort of like jagged, loose rock formations, like this guy. So, the weirdest thing, like, the mosquitoes are awful in general in the sections of Oregon I've been in so far. But every once in a while, you get to a spot where there's just no mosquitoes. And they're only like, a couple hundred yards long. But you get to actually chill out. I've stopped here for lunch. Oh no! I guess it heard me. There was a little butterfly eating the salt off my shoes. It was really pretty. Oh well. So this is After Bend, and this is probably one of the 3 sisters coming up here. Hopefully we won't go up too high on these guys, but it's just awesome to be out in an open field and have this snowy mountain to hang out with. There's something walking up here. Maybe it was a person? It's very lush here. Oh, look at that meadow. It's so beautiful. This is where you expect to see some large predator just standing there, or some large herbivore, a vegisaur, towering above the trees. Oh. Look at all the butterflies. All the flutterbies. This is the user trail, the unmaintained user trail that leads to Big Lake Youth Camp. And I'm hoping to get a shower and maybe some food. But I'm getting into this place like probably an hour and a half after their dinner. Butterflies everywhere. You can actually hear their wings. There's so many of them. Alright, so I'm taking this video because I'm not sure if I've done a good job at really showing how much of this trail is torched. Northern California and Oregon, it's so much. You can just, I'm not sure if it'll come out in the video, but you can just look at the hills. It's like, I don't know, most of what you're looking at is just dead, burned. And it's weird walking through these sections for different reasons, but this one in particular because you can hear the, let's see if you can hear it. It's just, you can hear the wood cracking, and every once in a while one of the trees just falls over. So you're walking through here kind of hearing, it's almost like when you pop popcorn and you think the popcorn has all popped, but there's a few more kernels in the bottom that, you know, that sort of like need to pop. That's kind of the sound walking through here, and it's fairly unnerving because any of those pops could be a tree falling across the trail or at you or something, and you just can't get out of here. You're also exposed to the sun, which you wouldn't be, but there's no mosquitoes, so there's an upside. One of the otter things. Hello, people. Alright, this is Bridge of the Gods. Fairly large checkpoint on my journey, the border between Oregon and Washington. Washington's the last state. Woohoo! And apparently there's no guardrail here, so I'm going to stop the video and be careful. Look at the size of this slug. It's so big. So big. So we're in Washington now, or I'm in Washington now, and I hadn't really noticed that the trees just go up and up and up and up. Like this one. Up, 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 up. So tall. I thought I would just grab some video here. It's so beautiful. I'm having to hike a lot later to make my mileage quota in Washington, since there's so much more elevation loss and gain. Oh man, I wish I got that on video. There was a huge elk in that pond over there, and it crashed out of the pond up into the woods here, and I'm a little freaked out because I'm moving towards it. It looked like a moose, but I don't think there's moose up here. I think it was just a huge elk. Let's see if it shows up. Walking through these sort of alpine grassy meadows. And I'm not sure if this is Goat Rocks. I think I just saw a shooting star during the day. That was really weird. And over here in the distance, very dim, you can see Mount St. Helens with its top totally blown off. Pretty cool. But it makes it a little disconcerting when you've got other mountains that look like Mount St. Helens probably used to, and you're walking towards them. So here we are. I think this is Goat Rocks. Beautiful waterfall. And all this water I think is coming from snow that's still melting. So once all that snow melts, more waterfall. So yeah, this is ridiculous. This bit. So gorgeous.
Kind of hidden.
So are these the mountain, or there were supposed to be some mountain rocks or goat rocks or something?
Well, yeah, we're in the Goat Rocks wilderness.
Okay.
And those are mountain goats down there.
And those are mountain goats down there.
But you won't, I bet you won't pick, it's too bad because they were on the rocks over there before,
Yep.
and you could see them.
Right. Well, I think the video will show that a dot is moving over there. And
real slow, but it's moving.
We can call it a goat.
Well, you can see it, right?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I can totally
Standing
see the
one
goat.
for
Yeah.
sure. The other ones are just like sitting.
Yeah.
But they were running over here.
Oh, that's really awesome.
Really cool.
All right, so we have a contender for the knife's edge. It looks like this, it might be slightly squirrely. And if it was full of snow, you'd fall a fair distance. But you'd have a nice view as you were falling down. And I have some day hiker friends to hang out with. All right, slightly dangerous to video while I'm doing this, but it is just too freaking cool. Look at that path. Absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, I might need my poles for this. And over here, snow. And over here, snow. And goats down there somewhere. And it is ridiculous. Alright, I thought I heard a large animal of some kind in the lake down here. Let's go investigate. I thought I heard it lapping up water. Hopefully it's something friendly. Oh my gosh. I guess that was a herd of elk, an elk family. I feel kind of bad disturbing their drink. And there are a couple more elk in the field over there. You can see one of them just staring at me. And there they go. Well, they're running towards me. That's not good. I don't know if this is going to come out in video, but I guess it's Mount Rainier. It's up ahead there. And it's just like the ghost of a mountain. You can barely sort of differentiate it from the sky. I thought it was a huge cloud at first. Look at that thing. That's massive. And then way off there, I think that's Mount Adams. It might be Mount St. Helens, but I think it's Adams. So I'm coming out of Snoqualmie and getting up into the more rugged mountains. And we've got a little bit of a drop here. And I'm headed to some kind of lake tonight. I'm expecting it to be another sort of local joint. Lots of people hanging out there. I just wanted to get this on video. So epic in this valley. I've got to go up one of these mountains, I'm not sure which, up ahead. I gotta climb a few thousand feet before I can camp for the night. So this is the day out of Skykomi, and we're headed to Stehekin. And we've got a new mountain over here to the left, unidentified as of yet. Not sure what that is. But lots of clouds kind of hanging around, and it's a little windy. So I'm hoping it rains tomorrow or tonight to squash some of the fires up ahead. And I hope it doesn't stay too windy, because wind is good for fires and bad for me. And right now I'm walking across the top of Grizzly Peak. So I guess grizzly bears frolic around up here. I have not seen one of those yet. It'd be kind of cool. It was pretty cool, like, oh, I thought that was a lake over there. I guess it's just a strangely shaped gap in the clouds. Sort of like a rectangle. Hello, guy. Bye. Yeah, so that's a thing, and even though it's broken, it looks like it's almost definitely the safest way across. So, yeah. This is day 3 from Stevens Pass towards Stehekin, and we're starting to get some pretty spectacular views. Nice waterfalls down there, and some pretty steep looking mountains over there. Holy moly. Seems like a nice sunny day, right? Blue sky. But we have the unfortunate view over here. I just kind of wish I didn't know. And there's been lightning and thunder coming from that direction, of course. So hopefully we can get down off this mountain before it gets exciting. Alright, we totally got the drop on this guy. Hi. Hi. See you later. So this is the fire reroute, and it's a pretty nice trail. Jeez, I'm really happy we got to go this way. So the fire is basically over that hill over there, and it's making it a little bit smoggy, or what's the right word? Ouch, flies. Hazy in here, but still very beautiful, and some kind of really nice aquamarine lake down there being fed by snow melt. But yes, I'm on my way to Holden, and hopefully an all-you-can-eat buffet hosted by a little religious community that has a village there. So we're on a boat leaving Holden. Cruise back there somewhere, and it's very smoggy. I'll get away from the engine motor noise because of the fires, and you can see how smoky it is down there. You can't even see the next mountains, but this cute little boat. Is in there somewhere. So this is first full day out of Stehekin, and we're headed up the first big pass, almost to the top, and met some hikers on the way down who told me that there's another fire. Luckily that's not threatening the PCT, but that's throwing up some smoke, and here is the smoke. Yeah, that's pretty impressive. Yikes. Let's see what it looks like at the top. Alright, I think we're gonna get a first glimpse of this smoke cloud for real. This active fire. And it's looking pretty freaky over the tops of the trees. Let's see what we got here. Oh, snap. That is not happy looking. Looks like an eruption, volcano eruption or something. A big bruise in the sky. Holy moly. Holy moly. Oh, wow. That is intense. Holy moly. Pretty sure we're going that way. Holy moly. That is so intense. Oh my gosh. Did you guys know about this?
Yeah, for sure.
That is wild. Alright, I'm following these locals around the bend here and away from this madness, and they've assured me that I've got nothing to worry about unless the wind changes dramatically or somebody starts another fire. But apparently this fire's been going for like 9 days, and they know about it and stuff. So yeah, that looks really bad to me. And unless I had people telling me that it was safe to be hiking out here, I would be heading for the hills. Yeah. This is not something I'm used to. Okay, so the fire is off to my right. This is the way I came from. And I'm feeling a little bit better because where I'm going is this way, around this ridge, underneath this sweet overhang. And you can see the trail leading off pretty much right in the middle there. So, fire back there. Rafe, go there. Provincial Park. Oh, there's nobody here. It was just the American flag waving around. And the Canadian flag. Northern Terminus. Pacific Crest National Scenic Trail. Established by Act of Congress on October 2nd, 1968, Canada-Mexico, 2,650 miles, of which I've hiked all but about 322, and we're at a certain elevation. It looks exactly like the old monument in the pictures, just brand new. There we go. PCT. It is done. That's this thing. A line established. This must be like... oh, now I'm in Canada. Oh, now I'm in the US. Oh, I wasn't supposed to do that. I think that was illegal what I just did. But yeah. So, that's it. End of my journey. There's no one here to celebrate with, so I'm gonna have lunch. It's over. Except I have to walk 8 miles still into Manning Park. But thanks everybody who was following along with pictures and stuff. And maybe I'll see some of you back on the East Coast shortly. Alright, Rafe out. It seemed like it was kind of like up on top of a hill. Like behind one of these ridges. But, I mean, the smoke down here, yeah, the smoke down here seems like it's traveled a ways.
The sun.
Yeah. It looks so cool in the video. Okay, so this is another fire. I'm just talking to the video for this. I've got a hitch with this wonderful person from this wonderful person. Oh, there's 3 of them. Okay, there's helicopters in there, and there's water planes. Wait, don't start. Okay, you can start now.
Uncle Doo-Doo, he is the best babysitter. Uncle Doo-Doo, he is living in the basement. Uncle Doo-Doo.
I'm ready.
It was just a lovely day on Nantucket. Everybody was happy. People were at the lawn. Pond, harbor, and beaches. And then people went to Green Point, where everybody likes to fish. To get dark, everybody went home, and then everybody went to sleep.
Alright, so here we are. We're getting ready to go back in to Sonora Pass. And it was supposed to be nice and sunny, but that looks like a storm. Are the hot shots the paratroopers?
Some of them will have to be helicoptered in depending on how far up the mountain they want to take them.
That's wild.
Do you think so? I don't think we should check the PCTA website and just see that.
Yeah, I'm a little freaked out by that.
Yeah, but you're so far away up in Sonora and
Okay.
south that you shouldn't have anything to worry about. Otherwise, they wouldn't let us go up 108. Yeah, it's true. Plus, they have the Marines up there at the Mountain Warfare Training Center that would help it out the way.
fire that started today.
Fire that started today at one of the campgrounds.
Oh, that just started today.
About 3 o'clock.
Wow, and now it's spreading. So
The wind
is
was, there's all kinds of
wow. So this just started today. I missed
It
that.
probably started.
Which way is it going?
Looks like it's kind of headed south, but it would have to. You'll see when we get up here how far it would have to go to get anywhere near. And they would.
All right, there goes our ride. This is sort of insanity. There's ash in the air, and it is very smoky. And we're basically walking into smoke with the intention of night hiking until about 11. So, yeah, here we go. Here's what we're hiking out of. Some serious, crazy shit. All right, so we're, in our first mile here, and I'm hiking with these friendly people, Soulcraft and a couple from London. And we still have falling ash and a fair amount of smoke, as you can see. Our plan is to hike about 10 or 11 miles tonight away from the fire, and then tomorrow do a solid 30. So we'll put 40 miles between us and the fire. And might be a little uncomfortable with the smoke for a while, but I think we'll probably be okay. But it is a pretty freaky experience. So, Soulcraft?
Just hiking, man.
Crazy day, right? Unfortunately, this isn't where we're going, but
Woo! That's a beauty.
that is a beauty.
I'll take a picture. My mom's been getting on my case.
Your mom needs more pictures?
I don't take pictures. I've taken like
And our night hike will begin shortly. Into the smoke. We have a deer up here, right on the path. Not too shy. Young buck with some antlers. Hello? Is this your path? Hi. I'm just gonna walk by. Nice to meet you. You just have to get a little bit of this. So beautiful. There's this huge lake here. And we're up about 9,000 feet, going to up to about 10,000 feet. And this would just be such a nice place to camp. Sometimes it's hard to find hiking partners. Hey, you gonna leave me alone tonight? Knock over my tent? So this is the top of Donahue Pass. Just kind of went over the very tip, and there was no sign. And I think we're up pretty high, maybe 10,000 feet. But what's really exciting is this new view. Look at what we got over here. You guys are the first horses I've seen on the PCT.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Alright, let's see if it tries to scare me. Oh, there's the other one. Up there. Protecting his girlfriend. Alright, just wanted to get some video of going over Silver Pass because it's so beautiful. I'm headed up this way and it is totally silent up here. I think I'm probably at 11,000, something like that. And I'm just all alone. I just wanted to get some video of the lake right below Selden Pass here. It's pretty nice. A bit windy, but that makes the lake really sparkly. Beautiful. Just getting some video of the trail up to Muir Pass. This gorgeous lake here. Came from that direction, and the trails here goes around the lake and then I guess up and over somewhere in there. Phoenix, how did you enjoy Mosquito Armageddon in Oregon?
They were lovely. They love you so much. I don't know. They want to take you all your blood away
Yes.
or something like this.
Nice. So I randomly ran into Phoenix on the same place, Bishop Pass,
Yeah, the third time.
where I bailed, and a bunch of other people, which I think I might have run into, but who knows. Sorry to make you suffer through that,
No,
but
that's okay.
it's too much of a coincidence. So this is where I stopped in the Sierras and bailed out through Bishop Pass. And now I've hiked back to this place from the north going south. Let's see if this is actually it. There's John Muir Trail. Bishop Pass, 6 miles. It's actually 13 miles all the way to the road. And this is the ranger station that I stayed at that totally saved my butt. You can kind of see it back in there. And yep, so tomorrow morning I'm going to take off on this road, this path, go up over the pass, and I'll be out, and I'll probably be in Bishop tomorrow night. That is it. End of trail. See, look, she's like, maybe even asking for a handout. Yeah? You want something to eat? Yeah? Do people feed you normally? Do people feed you? You're just a big rat. You're just a big rat. Yeah, you. Yup. Alright, take it easy. Have a good winter. So this here is the bridge that was covered with ice that I didn't see and almost slipped off of. So I was so happy to see this bridge here because this waterfall was just roaring down, and I charged across here and slipped, boom, and started sliding. And this little ledge thing here on the edge, this guy, that basically saved my butt. I would have gone over and that would have been it. But look at this little dinky waterfall now, and there's no ice. Alright, this is the spot where bears can run down on you from all sides if you're not careful and you don't panic appropriately and check your 9 and check your 3 and check your 6 over and over. And up there we have the pass. Let's see what it looks like without snow. Alright, here we are at the top of Bishop Pass. Oh, there's still a little bit of snow over there. It's quite cold. I am in a t-shirt. There is not really that much snow, but there will be soon. And here's the famous sign. What's it gonna say this time? Let's see. You're okay. Everything's okay. You're fine. You're done. You're done with your trip. Your trip's over. So I was wondering what that smell was. This is so disgusting. Look at this. Graveyard. Oh, what happened? What is this? Oh my gosh. What does the sign says? Beware something. Oh. Maybe a lion's den? That is so nasty. These people are gonna find out pretty soon. Oh. Alright. Alright, let's get out of here. So this is just a quick video of a lot of the dry scrub around here, and you can kind of hear how dry it is, and when the wind comes by it all sort of rustles, and of course all the grass is dead and dry too, and it's just miles and miles and miles of this stuff. What is it? What is it doing all the way out here? Oh, it says something. It's speaking to us. PCT, hiker to town. Ah, it's somebody's Tyvek that they use to get rides with. That's gonna be a bummer to not have that. Alright, this is crazy. Somebody just started a fire, and this guy's dropping water. He's getting ready to drop water. There it is. fire is right over there, right next to me. I definitely got to get out of here. Holy moly. Last night on the trail, thought I might be sleeping in the woods here, but I don't think so. I'm gonna go to the road and get into town. That is crazy. So a couple forest crew just went by, a woman and like a firefighter in like full firefighter gear, and they said someone started the fire just now. I've been passing people the past few hours. Lots of people, so there's all kinds of people in there. I mean, that really happened just when I went by. That was maybe the third time the helicopter went by. That was crazy. Alright, I am going into town. End trip. End PCT trip.